Quincy Jones once said that he helped to start the interracial dating revolution in the 40s. According to Quincy Jones, he used interracial marriage as a means of revolution and freedom to prove to white men that black men could have what they had. As absurd as this sounds, it is true that in the 1950s and 1960s in the US, numerous black entertainers engaged in relationships with and married white women as a means of challenging societal norms. Jones was no different, and has famously dated a wealth of white women in his time, 3 of whom he married, and in total, he had 7 children with 5 different white women. In a 2018 interview with GQ magazine, Jones revealed that people's perception of him didn't matter because a major reason behind the fact that he dated and married white women was steeped in history. He stated that years ago, when racial tensions were at some of their worst, he was bedding and wedding white women to embarrass white men. In the same interview, he went on to say that the interracial thing was part of a revolution, because back in the 40s they would say, "You can't mess with a white man's money, don't mess with his women." Jones claimed that marrying and bedding white women provided him with a sense of liberation, even if none of his marriages worked out. Let's take a look at some of Jones's confirmed past relationships, ranging from brief flings to decades-long romances. Jones's first wife, Jerry Caldwell, was his high school sweetheart from Seattle. The two were married in 1957, staying together for 9 years before divorcing in 1966. Together they had one daughter, Jolie Levine. Quincy was 19 years old when he married Jerry, but admitted she wasn't his first true love, just the first love he married. Quincy married Swedish model and actress Ulla Andersson 1 year after his divorce from Jerry was finalized. They welcomed a daughter, Martina, and a son, Quincy III, during their union. Sadly, their marriage was over within years and was finalized in 1974 so Quincy could go on to marry his third wife, Peggy Lipton. Peggy Lipton, an American actress, model and singer known for appearing in Mission Impossible and Twin Peaks, was Quincy's longest marriage, as they walked down the aisle in 1974 and divorced in 1989. By the time they tied the knot, they had already welcomed a daughter, Kidada. The most famous offspring of Quincy is the second daughter he welcomed with Peggy in 1976 actress Rashida Jones. Although Quincy has not spoken much about their union, he had nothing but praises to sing about Peggy when she died in May 2019. Later, Jones had a brief affair with dancer Carol Reynolds, and the union resulted in a daughter, Rachel Jones. German actress and former model Nastasia Kinski dated Jones soon after her divorce from Egyptian filmmaker Ibrahim Musa, and Jones's divorce from Lipton, though Kinski was 28 years younger than Jones. The relationship lasted 3 years, and in 1993 the pair had a daughter, Kenya Julia Miambi Sarah Jones, a model now professionally known as Kenya Kinski Jones. Now that we have explored some of Quincy Jones's past relationships which he claimed were his contribution to the interracial revolution in the 1940s, let us share our opinion. From what we can see, Quincy Jones was no revolutionary, but what is clear is that he was a bigot and a womanizer. He had a type, which is his prerogative, but let's be honest, he was not thinking about freedom and civil rights when he was bedding and wedding all these white women. As far as entertainers go, Jones wasn't and isn't alone in this line of thinking, unfortunately. In the 1950s, before marrying her white husband Bill McDonald, singer and actress Eartha Kitt struggled to find love with black men in her industry, namely Sidney Poitier and Harry Belafonte. She said that at the time, black men felt that their relationships with white women came with financial and social resources, and felt black women could do nothing for their advancement in society. However, was Quincy Jones and all these black entertainers dating and marrying white women really about social justice, or was it about just having something that they deemed to be more valuable and desirable? Let us know your thoughts on this in the comments.